computers. It's too cold.
Welcome to The Sip List, the podcast where we drink wine and count down our top 5 favorites of all the things. The Sip List does contain spoilers as well as explicit content, so please keep this in mind as you're listening at work, in your car, with your kids, wherever. The Sip List does not claim ownership of any sound clips used in this episode, as any clips are owned by the original copyright holders. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Hello? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sip List. I am coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas, where it is currently 18 degrees, way colder than it has any right to be in Texas, especially when we're not getting snow. If it's going to be this cold, I want the fucking snow. Like, come on, y'all. All three of us are in cold weather zones, so we came here to be warm together. Yay! Wow, that was loud. I'm your host, Amanda, and this is the podcast where we drink wine and count down our top 5 favorites of all the things. And I have my mostly the usual guest, Kasey, here. What's up?
Hi.
Hi. That was
Stealing a line from. Well, I stole that from the great Chancey Greif.
Oh yeah, okay. And then we have Papa Palpatine here, live from Oklahoma City. What's the weather like there?
I literally have your snow right fucking here. It's 8 degrees with a wind chill of fuck right off.
Yeah. Well, if you could send the snow down here, I mean, if it, like I said, I don't mind it being this cold once or twice a year as long as we get some snow. Although I really don't want our power grid to freeze again because that was a shit show.
I've
Really,
been in Dallas when it
handle
snowed, and that's the only place I've ever been less prepared than Oklahoma City for anything below freezing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was fucking scary.
Yeah. We're never prepared.
I'm sorry, second worst place. The first was Shreveport, where they shut down most of the city because it might freeze.
Yeah, I mean, everything shuts down here, but right now it's just cold as fuck, so everybody still has to go places. Except me. I ain't going anywhere. I might not even take the trash out today, and it's trash day tomorrow. It's too fucking cold.
You're such a fucking rebel.
Actually, I am a rebel because we put one trash can out yesterday, and technically that's against the HOA rules, but they can get fucked. Yeah, it's interesting because we were doing yard work yesterday, so we have pine trees, and all the needles, fall off, so our yard's covered in them, and we're always the last ones in our street to do anything about it because we're lazy. But I'm like, you might as well wait for all of them to fall off. It was 60 degrees yesterday when we were cleaning those up at, like, let's say 12:30, and then by like 3 the temperature dropped 40 degrees.
I miss 60-degree weather.
I had to change Cassandra's fucking tire yesterday.
Ew. That's no bueno.
No.
Well, wherever everybody is, I hope sipping along with us and laughing will at least keep you warm. I think a lot of the country is pretty cold right now, so yeah. Anyway, well, this was going to be a Mount Sipmore episode, but poor Jean is overwhelmed with people and a lot of stuff going on, so she's taking a little break. So we miss you, Jean.
Break to watch the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think that's really why she didn't want to do it. She needs to watch the Cowboys probably alone so that she doesn't have to feel the ridicule. I was excited.
I mean, let's be honest. At the end of the day, if they don't come out of this game with a fucking win, then they need to literally implode that whole fucking franchise because the way they're playing right now, they should beat the crap out of freaking Green Bay.
No, because they're only capable of beating up on bad teams. Their record against winning teams this year is fucking abysmal. I think it's like 2-6, 2-7.
Okay, but define when. I mean, okay, I get the whole definition of winning team, but Green Bay is like right there on the fucking borderline.
You have to be over 500. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, isn't that the definition of winning or losing?
One game over 500 does not make a winning team.
Which is still more wins than most of the teams that Dallas has won against this year.
True.
Well, I'm not a Cowboys fan, never have been, but I feel sorry for y'all. So may the odds be ever in your favor, I guess. I mean, my team isn't doing shit this year, and so I'm rooting for the Chiefs for obvious reasons, and I was glad they won last night.
I mean, let's be honest. If they get out of this round, it ain't going to get any fucking easier next round or in the NFC Championship game either. So they're fucked. Yeah.
I'm really hoping for a Lions-Bills Super Bowl just because I want to see new teams.
Yeah. I don't know. I would really like a repeat of the Kasey Bowl, but obviously we know that's not happening because the Eagles can't get their shit together either.
Neither team is very good right now.
What was that
Kansas
noise?
City's I'm just going to say Kansas City's a hell of a lot better than fucking Philly is right now.
Yeah.
At the moment, yeah, but Kansas City also is hot and cold, and their wide receiver core needs every can of Stickum available.
And they need to know where to line up when it's time to get set at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when their most veteran wide receiver doesn't understand the concept of being on the fucking line. It's not like it was one of their rookies. No. It was Valdez-Scantling, who's, 5-6 years into the league at this point?
Hey, the wind chill was -20 last night, so I'm going to cut them a little slack.
No, their defense showed up last night, which is what needed to happen. But he's talking about Valdez-Scantling losing them. Well, not losing them a game. I hate the whole concept of, one play turned the tide. Really? Because every other play went perfectly?
Yeah, exactly. I hate when it comes down to like a field goal and it's like, oh, they lost the game. No. Everybody else on this team lost the fucking game, and you put the whole thing on one guy that either made a kick or didn't. I hate that. If it comes down to that, either both teams played really great or your team played really bad.
It's like the old cliche goes, there's no I in team, even though Kobe Bryant believed that there was a M-E in that motherfucker.
Hey, we're not going to talk bad about Kobe. Rest in peace, sir.
I'm not talking bad about Kobe. I'm just saying, technically, there's no I in team. So if a kicker misses a field goal, yeah, okay, he fucked it up. But the quarterback quarterback didn't throw enough touchdown passes. The running backs didn't rush for enough yards.
Right. Somebody didn't block well enough on a play. Somebody didn't stop the other team at the right point. So it really is the ultimate team sport, right? I mean, basketball, you can have one guy take over a game. You can't have that in
Michael
football.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Michael Jordan, Kobe, Shaq. I mean, my boy Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
I love him.
Yeah.
I wish his name was easier to say. Yeah, we were going to go to that game last night, but I was like, do you know how cold it is in Oklahoma City? We're not going. So, all right. Well, we are not here to talk about sports today, although we could go on forever. I will cut us off now. But yeah, good luck to all the teams playing today. I'm
not going to lie. This episode started out very much similarly to our episode on the program that aired a couple of weeks ago, where
I gotta edit
we were on topic for like 14 minutes of the hour and a half we were talking.
Pretty much. And like I've already kind of sort of spoiled, but it may or may not be somewhere in our top 10 listened to episodes of the entire year.
Yay!
So, which I would not have expected.
Tune in on February 10th to find out. No, it wasn't that great. I mean,
that movie is not.
It was a great discussion.
Oh, absolutely.
I may have to watch it again and see.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it forever.
You're not missing
Like,
anything.
19-year-old me and 46-year-old me have completely different opinions of that movie.
I could see that. All right. Well, we are here to do a top 5 today, and this is just a random topic that I thought of and doesn't have anything to do with anything. But we are doing our top 5 favorite movies that have a city in the title. So this should be fun. But first, Kasey, what are you sipping on over there?
Diet Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi. Ugh. Gosh. Sorry, I can't.
My pancreas does not agree with full flavored Pepsi.
Which do they have a Pepsi Zero? I find the Zero ones taste better than Diet. That's just my opinion. Like Dr. Pepper
Yeah,
Zero Sugar, I think tastes better than.
I actually had somebody bring me Diet Pepsi, so I'm getting rid of that before I get into. I have some Pepsi Max Wild Cherry, which I prefer, but
that's
the
good
stuff that's
to
open
mix
gets
with
used
stuff.
first.
Gotcha. And Chris is currently showing us what he's sipping on.
Some high quality H2O.
It's wiener.
You motherfucker! You stole what I was going to say about my drink. Man, I thought I was going to be so clever with my high quality H2O.
That's what happens when you do a dry month.
Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm doing dry January with the exception of Fridays and Saturdays. So it's dry-ish January. So since today's Sunday, yes, today's Sunday, so I am sipping on some vintage high quality H2O from the year 2024.
However, she has given up the wine, but not the wine.
What?
The wine.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H? Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Okay. Well, before we get to our top 5, we are going to do some sip lips. And this one is entitled City Shenanigans. So, Chris, give us a city.
Pound Town.
Nice. Kasey, a profession.
Hooker, Bob.
The PC name is sex worker. A name.
There's nothing
no, when they're dead, they're just hookers.
There's nothing politically correct about our sip libs.
Like a dead hooker in a trunk. Okay.
Right.
A name. I'm gonna say Jean Higgins since she's not here. We're gonna talk about her.
Yep.
Oh Chris? Jesus God! Pound Town, hookers, and Jean Higgins. Oh, this is gonna go well.
Chris, a name.
I mean, we've already done Jean, so Steven.
Okay, yep, gotta go with that. First adjective, certifiably fuckable. Which, I mean...
This is really going so
I wouldn't kick Steven out of bed, I'm just saying. I wouldn't kick Jean out of bed either. Ew, that's my husband's best friend. I can't even say that.
Let's not act like you have standards, Amanda.
Yeah, that's true. Whose turn? Oh, Kasey, a street name.
Sunset Strip.
Okay. Okay, this is interesting. It says a...
Action verb?
No, but that's funny. That was funny. A PL type of building? I don't know what that is. What's a PL?
This is what happens when you let Kevin make Mad Libs.
Well, technically it was the AI, but...
TP.
Well, no, it's for me. I don't...
No, it's for...
No, Kasey just went, so it's for me. Okay. You said Steven, he said Sunset Strip.
That's right, that's right.
PL.
Okay, I'll put TP, because I don't know, and that's a good one. Okay, Chris, an adjective.
Moist.
Should have known. Chris, or Kasey, a vehicle.
Batmobile.
Oh.
PL, Dre says PL means property line. I still don't understand what a property line building is. It's like a house? I don't know. Whatever. I'm sorry, Kasey. Did you say Batmobile?
Yes, I said Batmobile, Bob.
Okay. A public place. I am going to say...
Amanda's bedroom.
Mm.
Damn.
No.
Just because it's got high traffic does not mean it's public.
Hey, yeah, you have to have the secret password to get in there. It might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but still. A public place, we'll say
It's not that many digits, folks.
the park. Chris, an
1.
adjective.
Throbbing.
Yikes. Okay. Kasey, a noun.
Labia.
Nice. Adjective. Okay, I'll say slutty. I feel like that goes. This is a long one. Dang.
That's what
Okay.
she said.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Chris, a noun.
Vulva.
Kasey, a city.
Sin City.
What?
Sin City.
Hold on.
Sin City. The city of sin.
The nickname of Vegas.
Or
Okay,
Basin
no,
City if you're reading the
sorry,
comics.
My headphones were doing a thing. Okay.
Making sound?
No, making sounds. It does that. Okay. A noun for me, I'm going to say vibrator. Chris, an adjective.
Why do I keep getting all the fucking adjectives?
I don't know.
Because you're a very
Stinky.
descriptive fellow.
Stinky?
Stinky.
Okay, now it says a PL noun. So let's see. Dre says PL can stand for property line and construction. It can appear in the title box or as part of one of the dimensions and details in an engineering drawing. PL can also stand for parts list. That still makes no sense to me when it comes to a noun, but I'm just going to say, I'll say breaker box.
I don't get my turn?
Oh, shit. Sorry, Kasey. That was for you. I'm sorry.
Next one is for me.
Okay, a noun.
I have a feeling I'm not going to get it, so I'm just going to singularize it. Roast beef curtain.
Okay. All right, we're going to skip me. Chris, a time of day.
Afternoon.
Should have said wine o'clock.
Dear
Kasey, an
30.
adjective. I miss wine o'clock.
Arid.
Airhead?
Arid. Like a desert.
A-R-I-D.
Like aired? Like
I thought she'd gone
E-R-R-E-D?
to college. Arid, as in dry.
Oh,
The
okay.
opposite of moist.
Gross.
Although Kasey just occurred to me, if she's doing mostly dry January, then she's doing moist January.
I'm doing damp January.
No, it's moist.
So moist.
Okay, I have a verb ending in ing, so I'm going to say fucking. And last one, Chris, an adjective.
Automatopoetically.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, fine. Onomatopoetically. All right, here we go. Shenanigans. Oh, I'm scared. Okay. Once upon a time.
With this beginning.
Yeah. Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Pound Town, lived a peculiar hooker named Jean Higgins. Love you, Jean.
Mean it.
Stephen lived on a certifiably fuckable Sunset Strip, known for its high concentration of teepees. Okay. Every day, Jean rode a moist Batmobile to her favorite spot in the park where she would perform a throbbing labia. Wow. Okay.
Oh my.
One day, a slutty vulva from the neighboring city of Sin City turned up at the park. Instantly, a fierce vibrator started between Jean and the slutty vulva about which city has the most stinky breaker box. To
I
settle
do love me some stinky
God.
breaker box.
To settle the score, they decided to hold a roast beef curtain. The winner would prove their city's supremacy. With suspense building, Jean practiced day and afternoon in the aired streets of Pound Town, turning heads with her fucking skills. Yeah, she did.
Hola!
What an
Oh.
onomatopoetically showdown this would be. Pound Town certainly held its breath.
Oh,
Wow, that was fun.
I think she's going to disown us after that.
Yeah, she's never going to record with us again.
Yeah, I'm not even mad about it.
I
Great.
am not the one that said Gene Higgins when it came to a person's name.
Hey, I was just trying to include our fourth Mount Sitmore member, and you know what? The sluttiness came out. Not our fault. So Dre says one of the best movies of all time, Sin City. Sin City was pretty good. We'll see if it makes anybody's list here. Well, are you guys ready to start?
I fucking left it off my list.
You what?
Sorry, I left it off my list. I didn't think about it. Think about it. And I have read the graphic novel like 6 times and watched the movie. I don't even know how many. And yeah, it's Dre's right. It's
I love both.
Movie. Amazing.
Well,
movie. I haven't seen the second one because it's just how do you touch perfection?
That's what I say
You're
to
not
all my
missing
lovers.
anything.
Well, I don't think either of you guys are going to have any of my choices. I think you two have the best chance of having any in common, but we're going to find out.
I don't care as long as you all leave my number one alone.
Okay, Dre.
My goal for this one is to not have 3 of Kasey's.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Didn't we have 4 at one point, though?
Yeah. In fact, I think going forward for music episodes, Kasey has to go before me.
Okay, that's fair. And Dre said the second city's not
one, yeah.
First. Yeah, you guys, I need to start picking topics that maybe you guys won't have so much in common. So, all right, Chris, you start with what's your number 5?
Number 5 is the great flick from 2000. Let me look this up. I forgot to. 2011, starring Aaron Eckhart and Michelle Rodriguez, Battle Los Angeles.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh man, it's a great sci-fi flick. It's a great action flick. It's just good all the way around. It's a very good watch. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it.
Kasey, did you have that?
I did not, so we officially can only do 4.
There you go. I might have to check that out. Okay. Good pick. Kasey, what's your number 5?
Plain and simply, if you're not first, you're last.
Yes.
Talladega Nights. A ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Ricky
Bobby.
And Bake.
And Bake.
Magic Man. Now you see him? Now you don't.
What's El Diablo? I don't know. Some kind of a magic chicken.
I am.
So many great lines from that movie.
Yeah, so many. I'm too drunk.
Help me, Jesus. Help me, Tom Cruise.
I have that as an honorable mention. It almost made my top 5, but I kicked it out for something else. But yeah, I knew somebody had to have that.
It's also my honorable mentions because there was just so many other things I wanted to put into the list.
Yeah. And then Dre says his number 5 is Fargo. Okay. Fargo's a good one.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see if anybody has it on their list. I definitely had it on my honorable mentions, but I'll wait for you guys to go. Okay. Nobody's going to have my number 5. I guarantee it. And you can make fun of me all you want, but I don't give a fuck. My number 5 is from 1989.
Titanic.
No. 1989.
What?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's cookie time. It's cookie time. It's cookie time. It's cookie time. Nobody knows. It's Troop Beverly Hills.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I
you're
haven't
right.
seen that movie in like 45 years.
Absolutely do not have that on my list.
I knew you wouldn't. I love that movie so much. It's so, I mean, it's cheesy and dumb or whatever, but it's so funny, and Shelley Long's just fantastic in it. So it's a good, fun, nostalgic watch for me. And yeah, anyway, had to include it. I'm sure there's another Beverly Hills that will be on someone's list, but I knew it wouldn't be. Oh, thank you. See, somebody. Emily loves that movie and thanks you. Thank you, Emily. I think it's definitely a chick flick, and that's fine.
There was one point we had discussed that movie going on the schedule at an evening at the movies.
Well, we need to, because I will.
But like with Rubber, things get delayed.
Okay, True Beverly Hills is better than Rubber. Come on.
That's not really saying a hell of a whole lot.
Man,
Watching paint dry on a fucking wall is better than fucking Rubber.
Wow. Shots fired.
I don't Kevin's asleep right now, so I don't have to worry about Kevin hearing me say that watching paint dry on a wall is better than Rubber.
Aww.
I'm not scared of Kevin.
Okay. I'm not either, but we should be nice.
Because I'm still bitter that you got my freaking show logo and I didn't.
Well, I'm still going to mail it to you. Yes, Dre, Rubber, the serial killer tire movie. I mean,
it could be a bad porno too.
It's fair. What if it was a porno of the actual Rubber, like just tire porn?
Then it'd be kind of a retread.
But all right.
I'm not proud of that.
It made me laugh, but that's not saying much. Chris, what's your number 4?
That fart makes you laugh.
Ew, no, it doesn't. It makes me vomit.
So from 2015, the great biopic Straight Outta Compton.
Yes.
Oh.
That is one of my honorable mentions.
Think about that fucking movie.
It's a great movie. It was really.
It is a great movie.
I'm glad you chose
highly
that.
disrespected at award season too.
Of course. Yep. Yeah, of course. It's first of all, we know that people of color don't get as much representation at awards, but especially a movie about rappers, you knew that one wasn't getting a whole lot, even though it should have.
Especially that group.
Right. Well, and I remember when all that stuff went down, and I remember watching clips of some of those news conferences on MTV News. I read Kurt Loder, telling us what was going on in the world, and a lot of people either never realized, never thought to think about it, or just fucking forgot that so much hip hop of that generation was social commentary.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was the gangsta boats and hoes. It was, fuck the police. Well, not the most pleasant title of a song. It has some very stinging points, and if that had been done by Woody Guthrie over a guitar, that would have been hailed as one of the greatest songs ever.
Yeah.
So.
Kurt Loder is where I got all my news in the 90s.
Right?
The most tragic news of my lifetime I got from Kurt Loder. Thank you very much.
Oh. I
Kurt Loder announced the Sonic's leaving?
You set yourself up for that one, bro.
Excuse me, my headphones went out. I didn't hear what you said.
I actually remember seeing live on MTV the news about Kurt Cobain's death. I do remember that. That's what Kasey.
I know.
Okay. It's so funny what you just said because it sounded like a line from Boys in the Hood, where he
That's
was
what I was trying to say.
Oh,
either people don't know, don't show, don't care about what's going on, don't care what. Yeah.
Okay. Well, great choice. Yeah, that was one of my honorable mentions, so I'm glad you had it. And Dre says his number 4 is Beverly Hills Cop. Okay. I'm surprised you have that at number 4, Dre. I'm interested to see what else you have now. And we won't talk about that movie yet.
I'm surprised he put 1 and didn't put 3 into that. But I digress.
Okay, Kasey, what's your number 4?
The one and only appearance of Johnny Depp on my list. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Very nice.
I've never been able to get through that. I don't know if I'm just not on the right drugs or
Probably
what.
not. Yeah, you got to be high for that.
Yeah, no.
For sure.
It's one of those that if you're not in the right mindset for, but at the same time, I think is a very solid performance by the star himself. So
yeah, it's
I had to
definitely a
put
trippy movie.
something. I had to put something on Johnny on there. Was not a fan of the movie, and I smoke. We know you smoke weed a lot.
Yeah, Dre says he was not a fan, and he smokes weed a lot. We do know that. Okay,
That's
well,
like calling the pot calling the kettle black.
and the kettle is black, but shh. Yeah, I didn't have that. I'm with Chris. Like that movie was fine to watch one time, but it's not something I'm like, oh, let me go watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas again.
Right.
I disagree, but
That's fine.
to each their own. I'm not
That's
shaming.
fine. Yeah. Okay, well, my number 4, there's a chance Kasey might have it, but I seriously doubt it. I doubt Chris has it. We'll see. My number 4 is also from the 80s. It's from 1984, and it is The Muppets Take Manhattan. I love that movie.
Honorable mention, Bob.
I don't care what anybody says. I love The Muppets.
Maybe it's in your other pants.
Honorable mention, Bob.
Okay, cool.
I do not have that one. Not a huge Muppet fan. I hope the wife's not listening. But yeah, I can see it. Probably would have made her list if she'd been on this episode.
Yeah, I love the Muppets. I do not care. Jerry says me and Emily are twins of the mind. That's because we have good taste. Yeah, the Muppets Take Manhattan is amazing. Love it so much. So yeah, had to put it on there. Okay, number 3, Chris. What do you got?
So another movie from the, I believe, late 80s, early 90s, starring Eddie Murphy as the one and only Axel Foley, Beverly Hills Cop 2, the best of the trilogy.
What? Wow. Okay.
What?
And Jerry has Beverly Hills Cop 3 as his number 3. Beverly Hills Cop 2 is not the best one. Are you insane?
What are you calling the best?
The first one.
No.
No. Yes,
No.
Jerry, he is out of his damn mind.
No, okay, so
okay, no, we're not shaming you. They're all good. I even like
no,
3.
the first 2 are good. 3 is hot buttered fucking garbage.
It's not great, but I still enjoy it.
2 uses the ensemble the best.
You think?
In the first one, Roseweed and Taggart are the comic foils, and not really anything beyond. That's the joke, sweetheart.
I know, but don't disrespect Judge Reinhold in my presence.
Dre, I'm gonna have my boy send you some good shit because whatever you're smoking is not good. Because 3 is not the best.
To each their own, as we say. I guess, Chris, I will say I do see your point that the 3 of them are more of a team in the second one. I mean, if that's what you're judging by, I could see that.
To me, it's funnier. The Playboy mansion scenes, and Billy just blowing up the truck by fucking around with the missile launcher.
Follow your dick.
Right.
Uh-oh. Joe's challenging you.
Hey, I'm down, brother.
We're going to debate it. Okay.
Coming soon on An Evening at the Movies.
The debate of the Beverly Hills Cops. Okay. Well, I think I can safely say neither of us had that on our list, right, Kasey?
Beverly Hills Cop 2?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Good choice, Chris. Good choice. All right, Kasey, what's your number 3?
The greatest Christmas movie of all time. Home Alone
Santa
2
Sleigh?
Lost in New York.
Oh.
So I thought about including that, and I'm definitely like glad you did. No shaming. I just thought it was a little bit of cheating, so that's why I didn't include it. But I'm glad you did because yeah, that movie's
Did you
amazing.
insinuate that I play the game honestly and fairly?
Yeah.
No.
Well, there's no rules. I mean, it's fine. I was like, I could put Home Alone 2. Oh, hey, that's Jerry's number 2. So there you go. Yeah, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Yeah, great movie. Definitely one of the best Christmas movies of all time. Chris, I'm guessing you didn't have that one.
That would be correct.
Okay.
Besides that, it is also felonious Kevin McAllister Home Alone.
Yes. But okay, this is another thing we have to debate because you and Dre are both like Kevin McAllister should go to jail for everything he did in the second one because he was breaking and entering. It was his uncle's house and it was to save money that was being taken from sick kids. I'm sure his aunt and uncle would understand.
First of all, his aunt and uncle aren't the charging authorities. Second of all, you can't claim self-defense on something that's not yours that you can walk away from. And third of all, I'm not saying he was in the wrong, but the motherfucker committed war crimes.
But they were going to kill him. They were chasing him, trying to kill him. What was he supposed to do? Let them?
He also defaced a public business by throwing a brick through a window.
And he gave screen time to Donald Trump, which is his own fucking crime right there.
Well, yeah. Hey, Donald Trump's the only star of Home Alone 2 that's been indicted on federal charges.
There's that. Who would have thought Macaulay Culkin would not have been the first?
Right. If he minds his business, they won't try to kill him. First of all, they found him. He didn't find them, and they were chasing him. Second of all, he was trying to save the money for the poor kids. Does nobody care about these sick kids except me?
No.
Right.
No.
Fine.
Look, I'm not saying what he was doing was wrong, but these two concepts are not mutually exclusive, right? He could be doing something that is, morally okay while taking immoral actions.
They found him first on the street, Dre, and then they chased him into the park, and then they're like, oh, well, grown men don't come out of the park. Good luck, little fella. And then, yeah, after that, he found them and threw a brick at them. That's true.
After Dre and Papa Palpatine go head-to-head in Beverly Hills Cop, Amanda and Dre will come on an evening at the movies, and they'll debate Home Alone 2 Lost in New York.
Right, so Mr. McAllister successfully extricated himself from the situation and then reinserted himself into said situation. He could no longer claim self-defense.
Because he
has
heard
become
they
the
were
aggressor.
Gonna steal the money.
I don't give a fuck. That's what cops are for.
Okay, yeah, he probably should have called the cops. That's fair.
You can't be a 4.5 foot tall vigilante. It's a federal law, actually. There's a height limit to vigilantism. Everybody knows.
You must be this big to ride this ride.
Right, you must be 5'4" to punish, okay? Flat out, in the fucking discussion.
Hey.
Is Frank Castle a midget? No. You know why? Because he can't be.
Fine, whatever.
I don't know. I said a fucking straight face.
We're gonna move on to my number 3, and you guys can get fucked.
Well, hopefully, maybe one day, but not for me.
Okay. My number 3 is my only movie that is from 2000 and beyond. And it is the 2005 Amityville Horror with Ryan Reynolds. I thought that movie was really good.
Actually, one of my favorite reboots.
Mine too. Also,
that
he
says
set
a lot
them on
because
fire and shocked the hell out of them. Yes.
And you know what my opinion is on reboots, so saying that this is one of my favorite reboots says a lot to the quality of said movie.
Yeah, it's one of mine too. It's one of the better horror remakes that exist, and I definitely like watching it, and seeing Ryan Reynolds be that serious and kind of scary is pretty awesome. So
Deadpool is still the best Ryan Reynolds movie of all time,
according to you. It's pretty good though. I don't know.
According to the masses.
Okay, fine. All right, we're down to number 2. Chris, what you got?
All right, from 2000, an amazing animated movie, great plot, Great cast, amazing soundtrack. All I got to say is to Shabalba. Road to El Dorado.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that.
Love this movie. It's one of those ones I could watch over. Hell, I have watched it over and over and over again. It just there's the only bad part about this movie is that it fucking ends.
Oh, I don't think I've seen it.
What?
Maybe I have. What's it about?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half.
Yes, we do. Yes, you do have a reboot bracket, Dre.
What is the plot of said movie, you asshole?
Two Spanish con men.
Kiss your husband with that mouth?
Yeah, she does. That's kind of her shtick.
It's part of the slutty lovin'.
Right.
Did you say shtick or dick?
Yes.
Potato.
Anyway, two Spanish con men who end up in the New World and finding the lost city of gold.
Huh. I don't think I've seen it.
It's a highly underrated movie.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Kline, Kenneth Branagh, Rosie Perez, the great Frank Welker, Edward James Olmos, Arma Desante, music by Elton John.
Okay,
it's so
I'm writing it down.
Yeah,
I believe this came out right after the success of the Elton John Lion King soundtrack.
Yeah, because this came out in 2000. Lion King came out in 93?
4, I think.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Well, I wrote it down, so I will watch it and report back. Okay, Kasey? What's your number 2?
If
it's not the same as mine, I'm going to be bummed that we both didn't have this, but you go ahead.
So I've got holidays, I've got mind fucks, and I've got comedy. So I feel like I need to have a little social relevance on my list before we do my number 1. So this was a very important topic to the masses while we were growing up as children. But the song from the movie was by Bruce Springsteen, and it is from Dre's hometown, Philadelphia.
Yeah. Philadelphia is a fantastic, albeit depressing movie.
Haven't seen
it.
You
haven't seen Philadelphia?
I have not.
Wow. I think you would like it. I mean, it's sad, but I think you would like it. Oh, and that's Dre's number 1.
It's definitely not necessarily something that's rewatchable 100 times over, but again, in honor of the fact that we have this coming up, it's in a couple months. It's a movie that I think everybody should watch at least once in their lifetime.
Yeah, I agree. And Oscars galore for that movie.
It started the back-to-back streak.
Yeah. Tom Hanks. Denzel won too, didn't he? For Best Supporting Actor? I can't remember.
I think he was nominated. I don't think he won. The
Springsteen song won Best Original Song. And I don't think the movie won the Oscar, did it? I think something else beat it. That I feel like that was the year something else beat it that I thought shouldn't have beat it. Chris, are you Googling? Because I don't remember.
No, but I think it sounds right.
I feel like I remember Philadelphia losing to something that made me mad, but I could be wrong. Yes, Dre, Tom Hanks and Denzel are amazing. Philadelphia is definitely on my honorable mention list. I didn't put it in my top 5 just because, like you said, it's not something I would watch over and over. So I wouldn't put it in my favorites. But as far as like it's an incredible movie, yeah, it's definitely up there.
It only won 2 Oscars.
Okay, so Denzel didn't win.
No, I didn't think Denzel. I think Denzel was nominated, but
I know.
Yeah, the winners were Hanks and Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Unforgiven won Best Picture that year.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's not.
Yeah, and Unforgiven was the rebirth of the modern Western.
Yeah.
And great cast, great movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. That's the one with Gene Hackman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe another one of those considerations for movies everybody should watch once.
Yeah. I would agree with that 100%.
Okay. Before I say my number 2, I could tell my husband is not watching because he has not commented, even though I asked him to.
Because your
I
husband does
bet
not ever do
he's
football.
asleep. Well, the second pick is for him. If he was paying attention, he'd be excited, but that's okay. My number 2 is National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation.
Honorable mention.
Put $1 in, I got a car. Put $1 in, I got a car. I love Vegas Vacation. I would say Christmas Vacation just barely edges it out as my favorite, but Vegas is like right there. It's just so funny. So yeah. Chris, did you have that one at all?
I did not.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I'm interested to see what Chris's number 1 is because I know what Kasey's is, and I bet he knows what mine is. So, Chris, what do you got for number 1?
For number 1, I have the amazing classic from 1993, the movie that was made basically without a director because the first guy was kicked off the set and the second guy was fucking useless. Tombstone.
Yes, I had that as an honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
I went to Tombstone last year. Fun fact. It was pretty cool.
I saw the pictures.
This is one of those movies that if I'm flipping channels and it's on, I'm just tossing the remote aside.
Yeah.
I'm
your
it's not the most historically accurate of the two Wyatt Earp movies that came out pretty much the same time, but it's the most watchable of the two.
Yeah.
The other one was the Kevin Costner movie, wasn't it?
Which I haven't seen because I've heard it's damn unwatchable at times.
It's Kevin Costner.
Hey,
look,
I like Kevin Costner.
Look,
I'm
Kevin
not
Costner
saying
in a
he's
sports
horribly
movie
bad.
is great. Kevin Costner in anything else,
Bingo.
questionable.
In what movie?
A sports movie. I'll watch Kevin Costner do anything involving sports.
Draft Day is great.
Draft Day, Bull Durham, freaking
Tin Cup, For the Love of the Game.
Name it.
So you don't think Robin Hood is good? You don't think Yellowstone is good? You don't think
Yellowstone is Sons of Anarchy for rednecks, and I enjoy it, but not because of him. He's just part of the ensemble. Robin Hood, I enjoy in spite of him because I prefer Robin who can speak with an English accent.
Yeah, his English accent is awful. I will give you that for sure. But
Alan Rickman.
Awful. It doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
He didn't even. I mean, I respect him for not trying, for at least not butchering it. But come on, there's a shit ton, especially at that time, a shit ton of actors you could have picked. You could have thrown a fucking dart and hit one.
Yeah, Christian Slater at least tried.
Yeah,
Alan Rickman for sure.
Rickman stole that movie in a heartbeat from Kevin.
I'm gonna cut your heart out with a spoon. He's like, why a spoon? Because it's dulled, you twit. It'll hurt more. It's one of my favorite quotes.
That's my wife, Crone.
Oh, he was good in Hidden Figures. Thank you, Dre. That was his best role. Yeah. Kevin Costner. Yeah, he was really good in Hidden Figures. I like Kevin Costner. I think he's a good actor. So now there are some things like Waterworld that I just want to go, what in the actual fuck were you thinking? But
the Waterworld, The Postman.
Yeah. George likes The Postman. I'm surprised.
That explains so many things.
Whatever.
Also proved that the air is a little thinner up there.
That's true. He is taller than the average human. I think Robin Hood was the first movie I saw more than once in the theater. Okay, what about The Bodyguard or Dances with Wolves? He was good in those too. Like, I feel like
Dances with Wolves was horrible. It's so fucking overrated. It's a 3.5-hour documentary where two people fuck once.
I'm not saying that I think the movie itself is that great. I'm just saying, yeah, Dances with Wolves is boring. Okay, The Bodyguard. Can we at least give him The Bodyguard?
Whitney.
I mean, if you like a movie filled with cover songs, I guess it's okay.
Oh my god, it was one cover song.
Yeah, where everybody has no idea that she's singing about the best little whorehouse in Texas. Literally, the best little whorehouse in Texas.
What?
Where do you think that song is from?
Is I Will Always Love You is in that movie? Dolly's
It's
version?
from that movie.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
I just hate that people use that as a wedding song. Like, do you guys not realize that is a breakup song? There was that time when everybody was using "I Will Always Love You" as their like first dance song. It's a fucking breakup song. What is wrong
Well,
with people?
statistically, if it's the first marriage, it makes sense.
Well, and the very opening of that song is, "If I should stay, I would only be in the way."
Exactly. Yeah, people are dumb.
She's literally saying, "I'm leaving so that you can be happy, and I'm holding you back," and blah blah blah.
But I'll
Wait.
still always love you.
Amanda, have you not seen Best Little Whorehouse in Texas?
I have, but it has been a very, very long time.
I highly recommend it because it's loosely based on true events.
I assume, Dre, that you're talking about Every Breath You Take. Yeah, and I agree with you. It was used for weddings and it's a stalking song. Yeah, I know. I don't get that. Every breath
Is
you
it
take.
though? Because according to Sting, he was just trying to write a hit. And there's a fine line between love song and stalking song, and it's completely what mood are you in when you listen to it.
I'm going to call that song the stalker anthem. Oh,
right, but there's
give Junior kisses for me. Okay.
Yeah, but if you listen to certain love songs in the wrong mood, it sounds stalky.
Every step you take, every breath you make, every move you make, I'll be watching you. Stalker's Handbook 101. Like, that's the first page.
Yeah, and yet you watch movies where it's like, oh, I was watching you sleep. And she's like, oh, that's so sweet.
No. I find that creepy as fuck.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. One time, apparently Abby used to come in my room in the middle of the night and just like watch me sleep. One time I woke up and I was like, she was standing like, 3 foot in front of my face. And I was like, what are you doing? And she was just like, I just like to watch you sleep. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, all right. That's my kid, y'all.
Wow.
I just like to watch you sleep. Okay.
Ugh,
But it's like the episode
creepy.
of Friends with Eddie, where Chandler catches him. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I just like to watch you sleep." He's like, "Why?" I can't remember what he says. But he's like, "What about all the other times you didn't see me in here watching you sleep?" Creeper.
Amanda just brought up Friends. Cue the comment from Dre. Fuck Friends.
I'm not going to show it if he says it. All right, Kasey.
I think what my boy Dre is trying to say here is fuck Friends.
Fuck you.
I ain't got time for hallway sex. Plus, it's too fucking cold even for that.
Yes, it is. Nope. See, Dre's being nice. All right, Kasey. Go ahead with your number one that we all know is coming. Can I introduce it with the music?
Do you have the music ready?
No, I was going to do it myself. Go ahead.
Oh, well, on you. Because the damn song got voted out like freaking 4 rounds ago in our song bracket on An Evening at the Movies Facebook group. But I'm not bitter.
It's not really a song. It's more of a score kind of. I mean, yes, it's a song, but it has no words.
It was ranked on Billboard's top songs of the 1984.
I know.
I'm just get on with it.
Well,
better than Cop 2, way better than Cop 3. And I'm even going to say this, and I can guarantee you I will be getting a comment here in about 30 seconds. It is even way better than Coming to America. I said what I said, and you can put that in your pipe and smoke it.
You're wrong.
Beverly Hills Cop 1 is the best in the franchise.
For what?
And it is
I mean, I'll take Neutron Dance over Shakedown. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love the Neutron Dance.
But I'm not taking the first one over the second movie. I can't. No.
And Dre says, "You're out of your damn mind." Yes,
I knew that
I
was
love
exactly
Beverly
what he
Hills
was going to
Cop.
say.
It's not better than Coming to America. Sorry.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's not.
It's not,
Yes,
but
it's
you're entitled to your
not.
wrong opinion.
Yeah.
We still love you.
Whatever.
You're allowed to sit there and be wrong in your wrongness.
Yeah.
I will go with the fact alone. Let's go match box office numbers in the 80s against each other.
Nobody
Coming
cares
to
about
America
that.
did not. No, but
Except for the people that are making money off it.
I was going to say, I'm
Kasey,
pretty sure the movie studios thought so. And
Casey,
Eddie Murphy
according to
thought
your
so
argument that you just made, Attack of the Clones is better than Empire Strikes Back.
Ooh, shots fired.
There's also a lot of fucking difference between.
Oh, no. You didn't say a fucking thing about inflation or ticket prices or anything. You just said box office numbers. So you can adjust for D's nuts.
For one, I was cut off before I was even allowed to finish my statement, so both y'all can fuck off.
I ain't adjusting nobody's nuts. Sorry, Kasey. Go
So next,
I mean, I think it's just a matter of preference. They're both great movies, but I think Coming to America is a lot better. But that's just me. We know Beverly Hills Cop's like your favorite movie ever, so I applaud that decision
not
for
even
you.
in my top 5.
It's
not even in my top 5.
Really? Okay, interesting. All right.
You and I have discussed my top 5 numerous times.
I know, that's true. I guess you're right. I forget. Anyway. All right. My number one's gonna cue some mockery from Chris, and I don't give a fuck. But my number one is also from 1993, and it is Sleepless in Seattle. Ultimate rom-com, or yeah, I'd say it's a rom-com. It's got a little bit of drama, but mostly it's a rom-com. It's Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan at their best. Their chemistry is amazing, and yeah, I just adore that movie. So
I have nothing to say because I've never seen it.
Oh, really? Interesting. Well, yeah, Sleepless in Seattle's great. That's a movie. If it's like you said about Tombstone, if it's on, no matter where it's at, I'll leave it on, even if it's just in the background, or I'll watch it. Dre, you got to ask
Dre's
Emily if she had that.
Cue Dre's comment about him letting a child get all the way across the country on an airplane.
Yeah, but it was the 80s. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that, but Gen Xers were feral. We did what we wanted, and our parents barely paid attention. So
true.
And that girl had access to her parents' travel agent stuff. So yeah, I mean, in today's world, no way that's happening. But in the 80s, it was a free for all.
Technically, in the 80s, there should have been no way that should have fucking happened.
Or I guess it was the 90s. My bad, but it was 1993. Yeah.
Whenever, the way that still should have happened.
I like when she's like, "Do you want me to say that you're 12?" And he's like, "Nobody's going to believe that I'm 12." And she's like, "Well, I could just put that you're small for your age, so and you're self-conscious about it, so they won't ask you." And he was like, "Okay." He didn't let him. He was away for the weekend with his girlfriend, and the kid snuck out from the babysitter.
Oh God! Did y'all hear about who was it? Spirit? No, Frontier, where they send a kid to fucking Puerto Rico instead of Ohio or something.
What?
Oh yeah.
Wow. How old was the kid?
14, 15.
Interesting. I bet that was scary. At least Puerto Rico is U.S. territory, so you could use a cell phone. Although I guess you could use it anywhere, but without the roaming charges. That's scary. Okay. Chris, do you have any honorable mentions that we haven't talked about?
Several.
Okay.
Escape from New York.
Mm-hmm.
Or the not so good sequel. From Paris with Love. Very underrated Travolta movie. Pleasantville.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to watch From Paris with Love, even though there's just one scene. There is one scene where Travolta goes through every possible usage of the word motherfucker to an extent that Sam L. Jackson probably teared up.
Okay. Interesting.
A classic movie from my childhood, the sequel to King Solomon's Mines, and this is Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold.
Don't know that one.
Memphis Belle, great.
Yeah.
Bullshit historical flick, but still good movie.
Yeah, still good movie.
And then probably the movie that is adult Christian Bale's coming out party, 3:10 to Yuma.
Okay, I haven't seen that one either, but I have heard it was
I
good.
don't, as a rule, like Westerns, and I really enjoyed that one.
Okay. Kasey, do you have any that we haven't mentioned?
Casablanca.
Mm-hmm.
Honeymoon in Vegas.
I have Honeymoon in Vegas. Love that movie.
The all-time classic Cheech movie, Born in East LA.
Ah, yeah.
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Ah, that's a good one.
Hollywoodland. And Detroit Rock City.
Very nice.
Great movie. Great movie. I almost put it on my list.
Very nice. Yeah, so I had some of those. Let's see. What's Dre say? Chicago. That was one of mine. Tombstone, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Charlotte's Web. What?
Charlotte. What? Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte.
Carolina.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. Okay. And Straight Outta Compton. Yeah. So I had some of those. The only ones I had that we haven't mentioned were Dallas Buyers Club, which is, again, not something that's super rewatchable, but is a really, really good movie. I might even say it's a movie you should see once in your lifetime. I had LA Confidential, which I just love. And I had Rio. That was the only animated movie I had. And then I had some of the other ones.
They made a movie out of a Duran Duran song, but good for them.
Well, it's not about that, but yeah. Rio is like, it's so visually like just beautiful. I think it's a really, and it's a cute movie too. Like, it's a cute story. So.
And Hungry Like a Wolf is still not a bad 80s song.
Yes. Oh, I meant to message you guys last night about that. I had to, when I took Abby, I did drop Abby off somewhere, and I stopped to get gas, and outside at the gas station, Hungry Like the Wolf was playing. I was going to start recording it and send it to you guys, but it was too fucking cold. Chris Dre said Hungry Like the Wolf is one of the worst songs of the 80s. But he in his defense, he said he'd never heard it, and I was like, yes, you have. You just don't know that you have.
How are you going to read a song you haven't heard? Especially when there's a lot of stiff competition for that, like Party All the Time. Like, that should have been the entire top 5 list.
We did not put that one on ours, any of us, because it's a guilty pleasure for me. But yeah, it's a terrible song.
No, you can still enjoy it if it's a bad song.
Yeah. Well, that episode's out now if you want to hear what our choices were.
No, because apparently I'd be flipping a fucking table.
No, Dre said he wasn't really paying attention, so he just picked songs he didn't know off our 80s bracket. So he wasn't part of the episode. He was just kind of playing along like he is now.
Okay.
But yeah. No. Hungry Like the Wolf is amazing. All right. Well, that was good. I'm glad we all had different movies this time. Gives us a little bit of, variety.
Yeah, we had 15 unique movies. I didn't do Kasey's list for him. I'm kind of happy about that.
I know.
Not as happy as Kasey is, but
yeah. Next music episode, Kasey has to go before you for sure.
Did we?
Did you not have Beverly Hills Cop 1?
No, he had 2.
Oh, I thought you had 1 and 2. My bad.
No.
Oh, Dre is the one that had 2 of them on there.
Dre had 1 and 3. Yeah. And we do need to do a new Crankable episode soon. So I have some topics I can send you guys if you want to do them. I've got some other podcast peeps on Twitter that are wanting to join some, so we'll see. But I do need one coming up in the next couple of weeks, so we need to start thinking about that. And yes, we'll let Kasey go before Chris.
I think we should do the top 5 Metallica songs after the Black Album.
How about I host that and you guys could just do it?
Considering she's still getting shit over it because I threw her under the bus last night.
Yeah, I did. Everybody's still giving me shit for making one
Hopefully
my
the
number
bus
8.
backed up and went back over. And backed up and went back over.
Anyway.
To quote Beast Mode, run through a motherfucker's face over and over and over and over.
Metallica is not my jam. Get over it. I don't know
I
why y'all
only
are so
listened to the
pressed
beginning and
about
the
it.
end of the song.
Whatever. Okay, so ooh, wait, what? I don't know. Somebody just died. Who? Oh, I don't know him. Alec Musser? He was on All My Children? No idea.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that guy.
And he was in Grown Ups? Okay, don't know.
I don't watch my grandmother's stories.
Rest in peace. Hey, I used to watch All My Children like a motherfucker, but that was when I was younger, way younger. All right. Well, this was fun. Chris, you got new episodes coming up on your paintball podcast. You want to tell people about where to find it?
I've got a couple planned on the One Step Paintball podcast where we talk about the history, the culture, and the sport of paintball itself. I will be working with Michael Johnson, who recently joined Austin Notorious as a new pro player, and we're going to be talking about the culture shock of moving up a division into the pros after the first 2 NXL events. I've got some content planned with Andy Potter of Dive Precision talking about how to get and keep sponsors. And I've got some other stuff in the works as well to talk about where the sport is currently. Most recently, we did an episode with Ryan Gray, the head coach of AC Diesel, the pro team out of Dallas.
AC Diesel, that's cute.
And Ryan's got some great insights on the state of the game and where the game is going.
Cool. Bye, Dre. Thanks for watching and playing along. I didn't know that professional paintball was a thing, I guess.
Yep. There are 20 pro teams in the U.S., and it's kind of cool. They, at the end of every season, the last place pro team gets relegated to semi-pro, and the top pro team gets, or semi-pro gets, well, don't get last, and the top semi-pro team gets their spot.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's brutal. All right.
Well, I mean, it's over 5 events, right? So it's not like you have one bad event and you're toast.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And the team that won semi-pro last year won all 5 events in semi-pro.
Oh, wow.
And they beat the same team all 5 times in the finals. So that team that was second in semi-pro actually bought somebody else's spot out. So they'll be moving up to pro next season as well. So there's actually 2.5 new pro teams for next year. So that'll be really cool to watch.
All right. Well, I will definitely share your link in the show notes. And if you guys are into paintball, definitely check that out because Chris is a great voice for the sport and a great voice in general. So,
and it's not just about paintball. It talks about, I mean, well, it's mainly about paintball, but it's not for just paintball players. You can learn a lot of stuff to learn about the history of the sport and the personalities by listening to it. I try to keep it as conversational as possible.
Nice. All right. Kasey, what do we got coming up on an evening at the movies? Oh, shit. Sorry. I'm breaking stuff over here.
We have a 3-episode stretch coming up where Amanda is not on any of the 3 episodes. But I digress. No, wait. 2. Yes, 3 episodes. But in 3 weeks, aka the last day of the month, the better half of our generous Papa Palpatine will be making her an evening at the movies debut as she came on and we discussed Galaxy Quest.
Very nice.
So January 31st, that will be available. And then February, we are kicking off our look at Black cinema. And we will be talking Bamboozled, Malcolm X, and a couple other movies with Harvey and Dre. The plan, hopefully, is maybe to get Cam to come on one of the episodes before the end of the month as well.
Ooh, see if we can do Waiting to Exhale with Cam. Unless you already have all the movies picked out, then
no. I literally have 2 spots left to fill in February, and I was hoping Cam would have an idea of something that she would like to do and come on because she still hasn't made her debut on the show yet.
Yeah, you can let her pick. I was just thinking like Waiting to Exhale or Girls Trip would be fun to do with Cam, but yeah. Okay, cool.
And then starting in March, we have movies everybody should see at least once in their life. After a short little jaunt into a couple of other pre-recorded episodes we have, but by the middle of March, we will be doing approximately a 9 to 10 week run on movies that everybody should see at least once in their lifetime. So,
woohoo!
I am excited for that. You can't tell, but I am.
He's excited on the inside. That's okay. All right.
It's so fucking cold here.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's cold. It's cold everywhere. That's why it says, "I said, burr, it's cold in here."
There must be some clovers in the atmosphere.
See, you know what's up. When Chris said there must be some toros in the atmosphere, and I was like, well, yes, but really it's clovers because they wrote it. Either way, I hope you guys.
Yeah, because all those schools have their own original cheers.
Apparently, just the East Compton Clovers do.
Well, I mean, my high school and the University of Oregon have the same fucking fight song.
See, there you go.
But does it have more than 2 words?
I fucking knew. I was trying to cut you off before that.
A lot more than 2 words.
Hey, it has more than 2 words at the end.
5.
Wait, I didn't think "fuck OU" was part of the original words.
Fuck you. That's what I have to say.
Uh-huh.
All right,
we'll
whatever.
See how happy they are when they're in the SEC next year.
Don't get me started. All right. Thank you guys for being here. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody that watched and commented along. And for everybody that's listening, wherever you are, we appreciate you all. And I hope everybody can keep warm, stay warm. And when all else fails and you're freezing to death, just keep sipping. Goodbye.
Peace and hair grease.
Damn you.